All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're tackling a big one. Something that, let's be honest, gets in all of our ways at some point, self-confidence. It can feel like this invisible wall between us and the things we really want. So we're going to break down a practical guide to building it from the ground up.
So let me ask you this, right off the bat. What's holding you back from really going after your dreams? For so many of us, it boils down to a fear of failure. And that fear is almost always fueled by a lack of confidence. It's that little voice in your head saying, you can't do it. And you should know, you are definitely not alone in feeling that.
Okay, so first things first, we've got to understand the opponent here. Let's call it the confidence gap, that feeling of intimidation that can just freeze you in your tracks.
And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's that feeling, you know the one. Your stomach kind of drops when you walk into a room. You suddenly feel smaller, less capable, like you're out of your league. But the key thing to realize is, this is a totally shared human experience. Just knowing that is step one.
And what's so helpful here is how we can break that vague, anxious feeling down into real-life examples. We get intimidated by that super charismatic person at the party, right? Or by a boss or a professor whose opinion matters to us. It can even be someone who just seems incredibly knowledgeable or competent. Any of these ring a bell?
Okay, so we've laid out the problem. Now get ready for the big reframe, the absolute game changer of this whole conversation. Confidence is not something you're born with. It's a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned and developed.
Just look at this definition. It is so powerful. Notice the keywords here. State of mind, feelings of well-being, belief in your ability. See, this isn't about your DNA or your personality type. It's about a mental and emotional state that we can actually cultivate ourselves. This is such a perfect way to look at it. On one side, you've got the old way of thinking, right? The trap. Oh, I'm just not a confident person. But on the other side, that's the truth. It's controllable. You can practice it. And most importantly, it comes from your own actions, not from waiting for someone else to tell you you're good enough. And this quote from the great Arthur Ashe, man, it just hits the nail on the head. Confidence isn't about arrogance or just wishing you felt better. It's the result of doing the work. It's about preparation. So let's talk about what that work actually looks like.
All right, part one. This is all about what's going on inside your own head. Before we do anything else, we've got to master that internal monologue.
This technique is so simple, but wow, is it powerful? Step one, you just start listening, actually listening to the thoughts that run through your head. The moment you catch a negative one, like, I'm going to mess this up, you stop it. You mentally stomp on it. But then, and this is crucial, you have to replace it. I'm prepared for this. I can handle this. And think about it. This idea is ancient. Sun Tzu said it perfectly. Winning the confidence battle starts right there, inside your own mind. Knowing your own thought patterns, your triggers, your strengths, that self-awareness is your greatest secret weapon.
Okay, so once you start managing the inside game, you can seriously boost those effects by focusing on the outside. Next up, we're shifting from the internal to the external by commanding your physical presence.
I love these because they're quick wins. They sound almost too easy to be true, but the science is there. Just take your posture. Simply standing up straight literally changes your body's chemistry. It reduces stress hormones and increases hormones linked to confidence. Go ahead, try it right now, wherever you are. Pull your shoulders back, lift your head. Feel that? It's an instant shift. So we've covered your mindset, we've covered your physical presence, but now we come to the part that ties it all together, taking action. Because here's the secret, you can't think your way to confidence. You have to do your way there.
So how do you do that? How do you act confident, especially when you're feeling anything but? Well, there's this fantastic tool for social situations called reading the room. It's basically about gathering intel before you make a move. And when you have more information, you have less uncertainty and way more confidence. And here's how it works. It's a simple three-step process. You just pause, you don't rush in, you scan the whole scene. Then you notice who's there, what's your connection to them. And third, you clock their energy, what they're actually doing. See, this isn't about being paranoid, it's about being prepared. And a prepared person is always a more confident person. And that's how you create what I like to call the confidence snowball. You build momentum by collecting these tiny little wins. You're not trying to climb a mountain on day one. Nope. You start by just tidying your desk or finally making that phone call. Each tiny success is another piece of proof you're showing yourself, proof that you are capable. And that proof just builds and builds.
And this Walt Disney quote really captures the end result of all those small actions. That unquestionable belief he's talking about, it doesn't just magically appear. You forge it, you build it, one small win at a time. That's how you get to a place where you believe in yourself all the way.
Phew, we've gone over a lot, from your inner thoughts to your outward actions. But none of this matters if it just stays as information. So let's make it real. Let's talk about your very first step.
And this is the most important thing to remember. You don't need to do all of this at once. Not at all. The journey to real, lasting self-confidence doesn't begin with a giant leap. It starts with just one thing, one small goal, one positive thought, one moment of standing tall. That's it.
So that's where we'll leave it, with this question for you. And not for tomorrow, not for next week, for right now. Today, what is the one small, confident action that you are going to take? Because as we've just seen, the power to build unshakable confidence, it's already in your hands.